Thank you.
तो प्रोफेसर हमें कल के बाद आज मिला है
और classes and a trip to Hogsmeade for supplies, including
हमें हमारे पहले क्वेस्ट मिल गए हैं
You'll enjoy Mr. Ollivander.
बेसिक
He's an
सीखना होगा
exceptional craftsman and a good for your attention.
प्रोफेसर कह रहे हैं कि पहले क्लास कर लो फिर जो हमें मिस्टीरियस जो लॉकेट मिला था उसके बारे में बात करेंगे। ठीक है, तो मेरी क्लास का रास्ता सामने, बाद में मिलते हैं प्रोफेसर से। ओके गाइस, ये ऊपर जाना मुझे यहाँ पे कोई बच्चा नहीं है। अच्छा है, ठीक है, इस रूम में मेरी क्लास होने वाली है। एक क्लास इधर है, लेकिन पहले बाद में जाएंगे। दोनों क्लास आसपास हैं। इधर स्टार्ट करते हैं पहली क्लास। ओ
Is that all you've got? Well, man.
Oh,
Levioso!
Professor Hecat!
Perhaps you'd be good enough to blast each other to pieces on your own time. I get new students every year, but I only have one Hebridean black skull. It was a token from the Great Poacher Raid of 1878. No doubt you've heard of it. Now, you may be asking yourself how an old woman like me single-handedly took out the largest poacher ring in eastern Wales and lived to boast about it. Knowledge.
ये बहुत पुराना स्टैचू था जो
To the wise, age matters very little. Today we will review a spell that has saved me from death at the hands of dark wizards more times than I care to remember. Levioso.
Levioso?
Levioso.
A levitation charm?
Levioso! A surprised opponent is a weak opponent. Care to defend yourself, Master Pruitt? No?
किसी को भी हवा में उड़ा सकते हैं लेवियोसो से।
One thing I've learned as an unspeakable is the value of simplicity, especially in the heat of battle. Now, let's practice what we've just learned.
तो चलो प्रैक्टिस
Starting
करते
with
हैं।
something small.
किसी छोटी चीज से शुरू करेंगे उड़ाने की। ठीक है, ये जादू सीखने का है लिवियोसो। शुरू करते हैं। यस,
Levioso.
पंख उड़ा दिया भाई।
Now, let's try something a little larger.
ठीक है, कुछ बड़ी चीज, इससे शुरू करते हैं। ओके, हमारी बारी लेवियोसो करने की।
Let us begin with the basic cast.
ठीक है,
See how the dummy deflected your cast?
ठीक है, इन्होंने
This time,
इसने मेरी
cast
पावर को
Levioso
पीछे फेंक दिया।
first, then the basic cast.
ठीक है,
Remember, a surprised opponent is a weak opponent, as Master Pruitt so often.
Oh.
Now, the basic cast. Well done.
ओह,
Well done. Well done. Very good. But the best way to practice is by duel. We'll start with you two.
Okay, अब
Duelists, take your marks.
डमी के साथ प्रैक्टिस हो गई, अब बंदे के साथ करेंगे।
Now, I want a fair duel using only Levioso, basic cast, and Protego. You may begin.
ठीक है, शुरू करते हैं। एक दूसरे से अब ये भी हमला करेगा मुझ पे।
This should be
Levioso. I know.
Protego. Call it pasting.
Levioso.
This can't be your first
चला
duel.
तेरी भैंस का।
Let's just say I'm a quick learner.
आजा आजा।
Levioso.
गिरा दिया नीचे।
Not bad for a beginner. You give as good as you get.
खुश नहीं लग रहा भाई, हार गया ना वो।
I put you on the spot and you rose to the challenge. Points to Gryffindor.
तो
Thank you,
ग्रिफिंडोर
Professor
हमारे
Hackett.
हाउस में पॉइंट आया।
Glad to have the opportunity
हम
to
जीत गए।
practice.
If what I've seen today is any indication, we can expect great things from you. I demand excellence from my students. They are capable of achieving it, and they must achieve it. A classroom duel is one thing, but battling dark wizards, or as ever more likely, goblins, is a different kettle of Grindylows entirely.
Understood, Professor.
So, I'd advise you to keep practicing whenever you can. Perhaps Mr. Sallow will have some ideas for you. Again,
प्रोफेसर
well
प्रैक्टिस
done
करने के लिए बोल रही है कि
today. I
प्रैक्टिस
shall
करते
reach out
रहना
soon with additional assignments.
और डिफरेंट असाइनमेंट भी मिलते रहेंगे
All
तुमको।
right, that's enough spectacle for one day. Class is dismissed.
अब इससे बात करते हैं जिससे हमारी
Nice
वो हुआ
work.
था झगड़ा।
I enjoyed that.
Well, that duel was quite something. Everyone will be talking about it.
It was certainly good practice.
Practice. It felt more like I was dueling an expert. Sebastian Sallow, by the way, didn't expect a new student to be so deft with a wand. Then again, perhaps this wasn't your first
बंदे को
duel.
विश्वास नहीं हो रहा है कि एक बिगिनर स्टूडेंट ने इसको हरा दिया।
I've dueled enough. Consider yourself lucky I held back.
Huh, fair enough. You owe me an honest duel when you aren't. You know, you might be a perfect fit for a certain exclusive, unsanctioned dueling organization.
Oh,
Unsanctioned? I don't know. School rules are in place for a reason.
Yes, to keep students in the dark. So many things we're deemed unprepared to know. Whether it's joining a secret dueling club or sneaking into the restricted section of the library, you just have to be clever enough not to get caught.
ये स्कूल की लाइब्रेरी में जाने की बात कर रहा है जहाँ पे कोई जा नहीं सकता। मतलब
Pleasure chatting
वो
with you.
कॉन्फिडेंशियल है
I'm
थोड़ा
sure I'll
सा
see you
वो
soon.
एरिया।
Perhaps somewhere unsanctioned. We'll see if your performance today was sheer luck or actual skill. Look for Luke and Brattleby near the clock tower entrance. If you're interested.
तो कह रहा है अगर जरूरत फील हो तो
Till
मेरे
next
पास
time.
आना। ठीक है भाई। ओके, बारी है सेकंड क्लास में जाने की। सेकंड क्लास नजदीक ही थी। ओके, थोड़ा सा सिस्टम RTX 90 होने के बाद भी और ऊपर है। ओके, यहाँ से क्लास शुरू होगी। ये सेकंड क्लास में आए हैं जादू सीखने के लिए।
Here, behind you. There is an open seat here.
Thank you.
तो ये कह रही है मेरे पास आके बैठ जा।
I am Nettie. So you are the new student. Have you met Professor Ronan yet?
आ गए हैं प्रोफेसर।
Shall we begin? Welcome to Year 5 of Charms. Now, this will be a crucial year in your education on the art of charm work. But I am confident that we will take hold with the passion and rigor requisite of such a challenge.
Yes.
Right? Now, everyone, please open your textbooks to page 517. But before we begin, can anyone here tell me the difference between the incantations of the color change and growth charms? Anyone? Anyone? I am afraid it is too late to study now.
पढ़ रही थी किताब को।
My, the summer months must have really taken a toll on you all. By the looks of it, you all spent your holidays practicing Obliviate on one another. Do you even remember how to perform a basic summoning charm?
किसी को नहीं पता.
Well, it seems that we are in dire need of review. Everyone get into pairs and take positions on opposite sides of the classroom. Now let's put those textbooks to use as the blunt objects you so believe they are, and take turns summoning them out of one another's hands. Only one book will be needed per partnership, Miss Dale. Thank you. Get into place now.
ठीक है, किसी से बुक छीननी है. सामने वाले से, मतलब जैसे प्रोफेसर ने हमसे बुक ले ली थी, ऐसे ही. ये जादू सीख लिया है अकियो.
Akio.
ये ले.
That is not bad.
You are a swift learner. I see a lot of potential, but remember, potential is nothing without practice. Keep at it. You might just rival Miss Onai here.
Okay, हमारा.
Very good, everyone. That's enough of that. Well, as you all seem to have the basics down, and it is an exceptionally lovely day, I was thinking that we might have ourselves a little excursion outside for a spot of fresh air. After me.
मेरे साथ आओ प्रैक्टिस के लिए. ठीक है. ओह भाई साहब, बुड्ढा में कहीं बाहर ले जाएगा प्रैक्टिस कराने के लिए, क्योंकि दूर से छीननी होंगी कुछ. ओके, ओपन एरिया में आ गए हम.
I've always found that fun goes hand in hand with mastery, as I'm sure the Quidditch players amongst us would agree. So, what better than a bit of sport to put our prowess with the summoning charm to the test, right?
क्या बना रहा है? ओ भाई.
So why don't we have our newest student start us off?
ठीक है, पहले नई स्टूडेंट करेगी. करना क्या है?
Very simply, cast Accio on one of the spheres and relinquish your charm at the last possible moment. Now, think of this like gobstones, if you will. But instead of throwing the marbles out, you are summoning them toward you.
ठीक है, अपनी तरफ खींचना है और ये पॉइंट बने हुए हैं. 10, 20, 30, 50. तो 50 पे खींचेंगे.
Yes. Now I could keep talking about theory. Very good.
ओ 30 पे आया. दूसरा. आजा.
That's it.
ओ
Stay focused.
अरे वेट. आजा.
Excellent control there.
Not too shit. ठीक है.
Very good. Points to Gryffindor. But there's certainly no sport in playing without some friendly competition. Miss Onai, would you care to give our new student a bit of a challenge? Come on up.
तो मिस ओनाई आ रही है चैलेंज करने के लिए.
You'll be the
ठीक है.
blues just as before, and Miss Onai, you are playing red. Clear?
ठीक
Yes,
है.
sir.
हमारा ब्लू है और 3 ब्लू 3 रेड. तो रेड है नेस्टाई का. बाकी हमारे पहले मेरी बारी. और नहीं, ये कर रही है, खींच रही है. ओ भैंस की. 50 पे रोक दिया. 50 पॉइंट हो गए उनके. ठीक है, इसकी बारी. आजा, मैं भी 50 पे रोकूंगा.
Do the best of us.
Watch this.
भयंकर. ये तो बहुत एक्सपर्ट है यार इसमें. ठीक है, आजा. 30. ये जीत जाएगी.
Very good.
Let us see this.
ले भाई, इसके तो 100 और 130 हो गए. एक मिनट, क्या मैं इसी का गिरा सकता हूँ? हाँ. आजा.
Quite impressive.
मैं समझ गया यार, अगर मैं इसके पीछे लगाता ना तो इसका गिर जाता और मेरा बच जाता। कोई बात नहीं। वैसे वो जीत गई।
Let us make this a bit more interesting, shall we?
तो प्रोफेसर ने थोड़ा और हार्ड कर दिया कंपटीशन। ऐसा ठीक है।
I think we are well past interesting at this point.
अब देखते हैं।
I'll say.
Enough chatter. Focus now. You will need it. This round settles it all.
इस राउंड में जो जीतेगा ना वो विनर होगा। ओके 30 पे रुक गया इसका। मैं भी तेज हूँ, अभी बताता हूँ।
That is how it's done.
आजा।
That's it.
अरे उसके 50 हो गए। Shit.
Watch this.
ठीक है।
Ouch! Well played.
ओह मेरे 80 हैं।
Let us see this.
दिखा 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 दिखा। वो मैं अपना ही खींचूंगा। कम ऑन।
Perfect score. Remarkable.
भाई साहब ये लो 150।
Very good, both of you. Well done.
तो जीता कौन? मैं जीता। तो किसी भी चीज को अपनी तरफ खींच सकते हैं।
Class is dismissed. Gather your things on the way out.
Good game back there. I must admit, I think I underestimated you. Took me weeks to become proficient with Accio. Took weeks for me to get anything right when I transferred here. It gets easier, I promise.
तो ये यहाँ की टॉपर थी लड़की।
That's good to hear. It's a lot to take in all at once.
To put it lightly, I remember how I felt when I first arrived. I transferred here from Wizardry just before my 4th year. My mother received an offer to teach divination here. Before I knew it, we had left Uganda and were halfway around the world at a new school in a new country.
Well, it's been nice talking and competing with you.
And with you. Ah, I think Professor Ronan wants to talk to you. Better not keep him waiting. Until next time.
ठीक है, रोनिन प्रोफेसर हमसे बात करना चाहते हैं।
You can
A
use
word,
Accio
if you would.
If
You wanted to speak with me, Professor?
I did. I trust your first charms lesson lived up to expectation.
Well, an outdoor competition wasn't exactly the lesson I was expecting, sir.
What charm is there in the expected? You did well, managing to best as gifted a student as Miss Onai.
Thank you, Professor. I enjoyed the match.
Miss Onai is always a fierce competitor, though I sense that she is a bit distracted of late. Now, Professor Weasley has asked that your professors give you instruction outside of the ordinary curriculum.
ठीक है, प्रोफेसर
Expect to hear
वीज़ली
from me soon regarding
ने बोला
a
था ना कि
special
जैसे तुम्हारे
assignment
सेशन
that
खत्म
I
हो
am
जाएंगे
preparing for
तो
you.
मेरे पास आना, मैं तुम्हें को नए असाइनमेंट दूंगी। तो वीज़ली हमारा वेट कर रही है, हमें उसी के पास जाना पड़ेगा अभी। तो ये वाला 2 क्वेस्ट पूरे हो गए हैं और वीज़ली बाहर खड़ी है क्या? नो।
Hello there. You're the new student, aren't you? Revelio.
Revelio.
And then the werewolves joined the goblins in the uprising.
Werewolves, where were you? In the Goblin Rebellion of 1752.
The Minister for Magic was Albert Boot.
ठीक है।
No, it wasn't. Oh, what fun! I won't say my goodbyes.
Okay,
I shall cheer for the boy
Weasley,
who says you're telling
guys,
I'm not
book,
telling lies,
book.
Peeves. Yes, Albert Boot.
Yeah.
It was Basil Flack.
ठीक है, हमें वीज़ली के पास जाना है। तो जैसा उसने बताया था कि क्वेस्ट को ट्रैक करने का आसान तरीका ओके, और ऐसे ये बुक हमें दिखाएगी रास्ता। तो जहाँ से बुक गई है, एक मिनट, ऊपर क्या था यार, उड़ क्या रहा वो? तो ये बुक ने एक रास्ता बनाया है, तो मुझे इसी रास्ते को फॉलो करते हुए जाके मतलब जो भी क्वेस्ट मैं चूज करूंगा ये मुझे रास्ता दिखाएगी। कहीं पे पीसी ना थोड़ा लोड मानता है। ओके, इस तरफ यहां से हमारी क्लास शुरू होगी।
What about the room, Professor?
I was thinking the same thing, Deke. Perhaps you could help.
Oh, excuse, Deke.
वैसे गोब्लिन, छोटा गोब्लिन क्या कर रहा था मैडम के पास?
I trust your first classes went well?
They did, Professor.
I heard as much from Professors Hecat and Ronan. Seems Professor Fig taught you quite a bit during your brief detour near, what was it you said? Some ruins? I'd wager there's a good deal more to your travels here than what you've told me. Isn't there?
नो प्रोफेसर, हम इसको बात र्यून के बारे में कुछ नहीं बताएंगे क्योंकि प्रोफेसर फिग ने मना किया था।
Regardless, you must continue to build upon what you've learned. In that regard, I've asked your professors to help hasten your progress with some extra assignments.
Professor Ronan did mention something about that.
In fact, Professor Ronan will meet you outside momentarily to assign your first one. Now, regarding the trip to Hogsmeade I mentioned earlier, we've arranged to replace the supplies lost on your way here, including seeds, potion recipes, and spellcrafts.
Thank you, Professor.
And Mr. Ollivander will connect you with the perfect wand. You've managed your
यहाँ पे
classes
आते टाइम
well
जो
with a
हमारे
borrowed
जितने
wand,
भी सामान था
but
वो
you'll find the magic
खराब हो
you
गया, मतलब
cast
गिर
with
गया था
your
ड्रैगन
own
के हमले में।
wand to be far
तो
superior.
प्रोफेसर वीजली ने वो सब अरेंज किया है, पॉइजन वगैरह जो भी मतलब
I'm eager to
पॉइजन
get to Hogsmeade.
और
Very well.
रेसिपी जो भी थी
I'd like
हमारे
you to make
पास
your
में
first visit to the village
वो
with a
अरेंज की है,
classmate.
लेकिन उसके लिए हमें किसी
Help you
लेडी
get your bearings.
प्रोफेसर एक और
Perhaps
उससे मिलना
Sebastian
पड़ेगा।
Sallow or Natsai Onai. I've noticed you spending time with them.
I'd like to go with Natty.
She'll keep you well clear of any of Victor Rookwood's undesirables en route.
Rookwood?
A rather unsavory local. Once you've finished Professor Ronan's assignment, your friend will meet you at the castle doors. No time to waste. The sooner you complete your work, the sooner you can enjoy a butterbeer at the Three Broomsticks.
ठीक है, गेट पे वेट कर रही है